Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another, I don't know, punch board review, demo, whatever you want to call it. And I'm very, very excited and I'm very, very scared because I like the frame punch board, like in my head, but it has so many holes everywhere. So I'm like, oh my God. Will I be able to do that? You know, it's like, let's just try it out. And you know what? I know I brought some papers. There they are. Okay. So this one comes like that. This is from Tuesday morning. There is the number and the price. And I had somebody telling me that they had them for $9.99 at their Tuesday morning. So, you know, I noticed that sometimes that happens. And they basically have the same kind of things, but for a different price. And sometimes I just go to the manager and I ask him, what is this about? And most of the times, or actually every time I ask, he would lower the price so to make it same. So you should consider that. Just talking to the manager of the store. They are mostly very nice. So this one comes with instructions. Oh, there is not much instruction on that, but okay, let me see. Oh, wow. So it has frame thickness right here. Is that like the whole instruction for that? It's kind of scary. Let me see how big. Oh, you can make... Cool. What? Frame type is here and frame paper size is here. I don't really understand. I don't really understand. It must be me. Okay, so you can go. It doesn't say how far you can go, or is it just me? I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't tell me like what my biggest frame can be, but I believe I read it somewhere else. There it is. 2-inch to 12-inch. That's good, right? Let's start out with the small one. 2.5 by 3.5. Okay, select frame thickness by inserting corner alignment bars into... So it can be 1 inch thick, 0.75, 0.5, 0.25. I would do 0.25. So those have to go to 0.25. It's nothing for people like me who are blind because the numbers are in the same color like the board. Really, I don't see. 0.25. What is this one for? Interesting. Oh, this says corner rounder. Okay, I see. Okay, so I want 0.25. Now I have to push it in here and punch them all. Oh, the first one went really good. The second one didn't want to. Oh, hard. My poor hands. Okay, I did that. Oh, look, you can actually use them as photo corners, I think. You know, just glue it a little bit and then stick it somewhere. Don't know. But that's what you get. Now, I have to insert cut alignment bar. Oh, this is the cut alignment bar to coordinating. So I did 0.25. Insert bar with holes flush to the front. Okay, where's 0.25? Right here. Oh my goodness. Cut from corner to corner on all 4 sides by sliding cutter along the track. Okay, so I align this. I take my cutter and I slide it along the track. And I will cut it from corner to corner. Well, that kind of works. Oh, you know what? Interesting. All I will be getting, okay, Okay. For some reason, I was thinking like, you know, I'll get something fancy now, but if I don't start to do something fancy, nothing fancy is going to come out. Because I wanted a frame like this, like a Polaroid, you know, but then I should have moved those sometime, or it says here, I think right here I can figure out, it's tips and tricks right there. So there's my frame, I guess, I don't know, that's just the frame. What else is here? Tips and tricks. To cut length longer than 6 inches, cut halfway, then flip paper over and repeat. Okay, it allows to cut up to 12. Okay. To round the corners, I have to push this one further. You know, we have a corner rounder in almost every board, right? Kind of. Okay. Push. A line. I think I would round the corners before I cut the whole thing. I think it would be easier. I don't know. But it does round the corners. Just like that. That's what I got. It's not fancy at all. What else does it say? Make sure alignment bars are inserted before storing punch board to avoid losing pieces. Yeah. Notches may occur. Use scissors to trim. Okay, what is this? So, how to cut? Ooh, look! We are actually getting something really pretty out of that part too. I like that. So, it has like the corners here. And I would just maybe take scissors to them. You know, just to make them round. Because the other part is round. Of course, you would do it better. I'm just trying to hurry up here. And then turn this part around. Now, that's not what, you know, this is for. This is actually your piece that comes out of it that you don't use. But it's a really pretty piece. So if you round the corners like this, you have a label. So you can punch yourself a label too. So you get your photo corners if you want to, you get your label if you want to, and you get a frame. So that's the frame, but I really want to punch the Polaroid frame as well. And now I'm thinking, if I only knew how big Polaroids are, you know, I would be smarter here. But I really want to use this pretty paper because I want to make a pretty Polaroid. So I'm going to just figure out where to cut it so it's kind of big enough for me and good enough for me. I don't want the Polaroid to be that big. I would say maybe like 3 inches. 3 inches sounds good, right? By 4 inches maybe. And then, oh yeah, 3 by 4 looks perfect. Okay. Oh, this paper is so pretty. I got it from a friend of mine. But I want to frame it like this. Okay, so I would probably not round the corners for a Polaroid. So now what I have to do is to go back to 0.25. And I see that pushing it all around will probably not be the best for me because my fingers are numb sometimes. And it's like, but it's my problem, not the problem of the board. So let's just punch. This one is 0.25. I punch it. I flip it. I punch it. So there it is. This is my upper part. And for the lower part, I will get 0.75, if I can see that. I guess in time you will just know where to go. For the lower part, I will put the 0.75 in there, punch it. What happened? I did exactly what they wanted me to do. So I guess I should have done it this way, I would guess. But I just did whatever they said. So yeah, whatever. Let's do it this way. This way doesn't matter either. So how is it gonna be, guys? Boys and girls here. How is it gonna be? Why didn't I punch it right? No, I didn't want to waste the paper. It only has to be 0.75. See, there's the problem. The upper one is not gonna be 0.75. The upper one has to stay at 0.25. See, I just wanted, you know, like, why is it too far apart? So that should be right? Good thing it doesn't destroy the paper, because I have to cut out the whole window anyways. And now I flip it. Okay. So you can basically adjust. You can make this part as wide as you want with this, and this part as wide as you want with this. So you don't have to put both in the same measurement. And now 0.25 for the sides. Okay, and for the other side as well. Okay, and for the third side. Okay, everything that's like not as wide, you will cut with this measurement. And the second one I had 75, so I have to move this one. Find 75. I really can't see it. It's hard. I wish they would have like colored it in something, because it's really hard to see. I have to bring the board really close to my eyes to be able to see something. But, you know, okay. Ta-da! Look! I like it. I mean, you can take your ruler and just do the same thing. Measure and cut with your knife. But I think if you're making a lot of those and you figured out how to make it, actually, you should be pretty quick. You can just sit down one day and make a bunch of frames in different colors or whatever. Set this up and punch everything and then take everything and cut everything. I think that would be much better. And because I punched right here, I cannot make a label out of it anymore. But that's fine, because I can just... I will keep this paper, of course, and I will just punch something different out of that. But also right here, I do get my corners. You know, I think you can really, like, do something with those. I like them. This one is wrong just because I did the wrong thing. But otherwise, you get your corners, you get your label, and you get your frame. Which is cool, isn't it? So you can basically do whatever. I know this does not go together, but that's the only thing I see here right now, my little mermaid. And you can put her into a frame, which will look much better right away. You know, you can decorate the frame. Of course, you can put the pictures in the frame, but I don't put, you know, I have the, what is it called? Groove book, I think. Yeah, I think I have a link to that in the description. So I print my pictures in the groove book and I just leave them in the groove book. So I have the booklets. If I want to look through them, I can look through them. I'm not a scrapbooker. I do not put them somewhere in another album or something. But, you know, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. I don't know if I would need, as like a crafter, my type of crafter, if I need the 6x6 or even 12x12s. I really don't think I need to cut like 12x12, but at this size. And the good thing is you can really have any size of your outer frame. So you can do anything. If you want to do like 4.1 inch, you can do so. Because all that this cuts is from wherever you cut before to the inside. So only this part. So you can actually go with your measurements. You can go crazy and do whatever you want as an outer part, you know. The same thing if you punch it in the right way, and you will get a feel for it. You can have your frame like this with thinner borders, a piece more, and this one will be thicker. You can Let me see. Can you do that? No, you cannot, probably. But you can have two borders like that. Oh, then it looks like, you know, this strip of film. You could do that too. You know what? Can we do a strip of film, actually? Let's see. I have a piece here. How would that go? This one punches the longer part, right? 75. Let's see if we can do that. I will go 0.5 and 125 and just see what happens. 0.5, 125, and I will flip it and do the same. And then I will flip it and flip it again. Yeah, you can make your own. You can even use that if wanted. So now I would go there and cut it, but it takes longer than to cut it with my scissors right now because it's a straight line, so I can just actually cut straight line. I don't really need the cutter. All I want is like the punch. Look, it's like your film strip, and you can do it with a smaller one as well. What did they say was the smallest one? 2, I believe. Oh, that could be the smallest one, 2 inches. That might be the smallest. Yeah. This width is the smallest you can go. So you cannot go smaller. But you see, that's like your film. I don't know how you call this. You know, the tape, the film. Back then when we were younger and we didn't have phones, we had a film, and then when you roll it out, it has this frames. So you can do that, you say? That's cool, actually. So basically, I would say, for me personally, I would only need this part, because cutting with my knife or with my scissors is much easier for me. So all you need is this type of punch and the alignment, of course, for it to be easier. But this one comes with the corner punch, which is cool. So if you are doing another project or whatever and you want to make something different and just punch the corners, you can punch the corners, and they are smaller than your, at least than my corner punches. So I'm gonna punch them all just because then it's gonna be ready to craft. But you say? So you can actually punch them all. I'm pretty sure a lot of smart people did figure out what else to do with this punch. So there might be videos on what else to do with this punch, because there's always more than one way to use your punch board. I like the way it punches. It's okay. It's not too much strength I need. I love that you can actually really decide about your size. Some punch boards will give you a lot of sizes, but you cannot decide exactly what you want. You know what I mean? So they will tell you you can do from 2 to 5 inches every quarter of an inch. But you cannot do like 2.1 inch. Maybe that's what you need right there in your project. So this one allows you to do so. Allows you to pick your size however you want it to be. I like the Polaroid frame. This one, I don't know. Maybe it's just me right now. I don't know where I want to put this frame for it now. Ooh, what? It's a shaker frame. Right there. And I didn't think about it. So if you don't have your nesting dies, you can actually just punch yourself a bunch of those and then stick them on top and make a shaker. Right there. You can make shakers with Polaroids too. So there is a lot to do. I like the fact that I get some corners which I can actually use. Let's say this would be my photo right there. I can actually glue the corners on top just as decoration, right? So I can do that. And I do have my pretty label. I really like that. I rendered the corners myself. I like that better. But you get a label And you can have labels in different sizes, you know. Look here, from the small one, we will get something different. It's not as pretty as this one, and I would probably just cut off those because they are kind of weird long. Keep it this way or just cut off this part as well, and you have a piece of paper you can use with rounded corners, and it's really pretty. You might stick it to your whatever it is, your project, like a second or third layer. So that's good. I like that. This part is kind of, I don't think I would use it because for my projects, I think snipping off with the scissors is much quicker. They do show you like the differences. You can make like the longer ones and square ones and Polaroids, you know, just for your information. Those are in there pretty good, so they are not gonna fall off and get lost. This one, and it's in every punch board. It's not too good, but it's, oh, this one is even better. I had one where it was super loose, but this one will become loose too, I think, and will try to fall out. So be careful with that. I don't like that the numbers are invisible. I mean, just look. You can barely see them. I have to like look underneath my glasses to see that. And I have to push it closer to my face. So that's the only thing I really don't like. But other than that, it's a really good punch board. $12. If you are going to punch a bunch of those, you know, then I would recommend this. If you're only using one Polaroid in a year, then don't buy it. Because it doesn't make sense. It will just take up much space. But it's not big. It's long, just because it wants you to be able to punch 12-inch paper. So it's 11 inches by only 4 inches. So it's not that big. Yeah, I guess that's it. It has a corner rounder and it punches those things. So basically it's a punch for that. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you have it. Let me know what else you do with that, in case you have it. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Just let me know if you like the board, if you would buy it or not. And share, subscribe, I would say. And I see you in my next video. You just enjoy your day. Bye-bye.